Hello, and welcome back to the Broken Doll. And it's morning. There is light out there. Well, anyways, I thought I'd come out here, and I think before you see what I've been doing, I've been stringing dolls. And I got my stringing tools here, which are almost ready to go back into their little cubby, so I can move on with the next doll, which is going to be the Dolly Record. We're going to start sewing her arm. She needs a little bit of a sleeve on her arm, her body, and then she's ready to be put together. And I got to get her a pate so she can wear her wig. I might just give her a cardboard one for right now until I do my ordering, which I haven't done yet. I've been so flippin' busy. I've been on there. I've got it almost filled out. And then all of a sudden I find something else I need. That's why I've been a little bit slow at sending it, because it's not a rush thing, right now. And so I'm just kind of like, nah, just moving along slowly and at the end, watching where our movement is when it comes to Canada Post. So I might have to talk to him and ask him to do it through UPS, which I don't like because I'm going to have to pay a fee. But oh, that's another story. But anyways, let's see who I've been working on, and let's see how they look. Let's go. All right. So here we go. Mary Lou's wig is right there. She wants her wig on her. Okay. Well, there they are. There are the four little girls. I did this one in the red, right straight with a check there. She was done about, a few months ago. But these three right here, I just finished. And this is my third time actually making this video, because I forgot to give them eyebrows. And then I forgot to put the white in their eye, the little dot of white, And that all matters. And every time I looked at them, it's like something was missing. And I went, oh my goodness, your eyebrows. Oh my goodness, the dot in your eye. I was done. Now I am. Now, these dolls still have flaws on them. I wasn't perfect with them. You can't. There's just so many flaws when you get them. Dents and everything already in their composition. And then you put in with your knife as well. I did cover up a lot. We always see, we don't see the thousands of the little dents that I filled up. But we do see the 10 or 15 that are just sitting there bugging you, And that's just how it goes. But I've accepted them for who they are. I think they look a lot better than what they were. And I think they look delightful. And I'm going to love having them in my collection. These are my only Patsies that I have at this time. So what's going to happen to them is that they're going to sit back here and dry again. And then what's going to happen in January, they're going to go up on my mantle in my house, on my fireplace. And they're going to look just wonderful up there. I think they're going to look great. And when we run a fire, I usually take the dolls off anyways. So, but the fire doesn't really reach up that high, but I don't want it drying them out either. But they're in very good shape, and they look beautiful. And I just love the way they look. A little bird flew in and has been talking to them, and he's been giving them stories. And she said, yes, the birds just flew off because it's winter. And it's time for them to go. But anyways, the stories they must tell. These little dresses I had packed away, and they just come in such, I'm so happy with them and how well they fit into them. And just to tell you, I take cheap porcelain dolls. I bash their heads in, take out their eyes, steal their clothes and their stuffing and their wire. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I've used almost all that wire up that came out of the dolls for different things around and about in dolls. But another thing is, too, these shoes and the socks come from those dolls just as well. Not these shoes, but these shoes do. These come from porcelain dolls. All their socks come from, see their socks? All their socks come from porcelain dolls. I do make sure I use everything that comes off of them. And it saves me a ton of money. I'm buying all this stuff. It does. And I also gain out of it as well stands. Some of these stands are from those dolls. So now my older dolls now have stands to stand on. I see nothing wrong with it. Now, I'm not talking about the expensive porcelain dolls. I'm talking about the cheap ones that are at your Goodwill. Now, there's some good expensive ones there too. I have seen them. Actually, I bought one. It's not pricey, the most priciest, but it's got some price behind it. There are among them the cheap ones, and that's the ones you fish out. Those are the ones you take and bash their heads and get their stands, get their eyes, get their shoes and socks and clothing, and their wigs sometimes. I have never used their wigs because their wigs are usually very cheap, But you never know down the road. So, but there we go. Lovely dolls. I think they're just beautiful. But I hope you enjoy this, seeing these little girls all done. They were quite the ordeal to work on. I wish I had more time. I could have got them done sooner, but this is when they're done. This is their day right here at the end of October, right before Halloween. I wish I had Halloween clothes for them, but I don't. Excuse me. But anyways, I think they're still delightful in their beautiful little dresses. I love her rompers, you know. And they're typical little girls. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. Now this one does have a name. I'm going to find out what her name is. We'll talk about her later again, before I put them, like, you know, away for a little while. Right now they got to dry. I just want them away so that they don't get hurt until I'm able to put them up on my mantle in my house. So maybe I'll put them to the back or something. That might be what I do with them, until I don't want them falling over or anything of that sort. I do have a box down here for them that I might wrap them up later, and that way they'll be fine that way too. So I have ideas, you know, what I'm going to do until I'm ready to bring them out and put, like I say, put them on my mantle. I think I have a few more dolls in this type look of Patsy. I might have another Patsy. I thought there was one more Patsy lurking in there, which I wish I brought out at the time, but I didn't know about her. Or they're Patsy-like dolls. They want to be a Patsy. You know, there's a lot of competition out there, just like with Shirley Temple, a lot of dolls with Barbie and all that. There's always competition dolls, you know. So anyways, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming by, sitting down for a little bit, seeing these wonderful girls. Tell me what you think. I think they look just wonderful. I'm going to take some pictures of them. I always do. I take pictures of them. I didn't take pictures of them before, and that really upsets me. But I don't know why I didn't, or did I get rid of them, or I'm just not finding them on my computer. I don't know. I will search. I thought I did, but hey, you never know. But it doesn't matter. I do have videos of their beginning, where they begin. So I think in this video, I'm going to, down below, for those that are new or didn't want to get caught up and see where they started, I'll put a video. Now, I don't know if I'll get a video of all of them together. I'll see what I can do and what I can find. But thank you again for joining me. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And a thumbs up would be great too. And a comment. Remember, that's our mail in the air, and it's free, no stamp. All right. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.